Alright, so let's get right to it. First of all, I'm 41 years old, even though I look young and I act young, but I'm actually very mature when the times come for me to be mature. And so, Match started in 1995, POF started in 2003, Meet Me / my yearbook started at 2005 as well as Moco Space, and Badoo began in 2006. I started like hooking up online and online dating back in 2008, and so at that time date sites weren't yet nearly as popular as right now, not even close. I didn't start on date sites actually. I started on Craigslist. So the year's 2008, and I'm at my boy's house, my boy Moses, and I was over there hanging out, playing video games. We would play video games all night. When his younger brother one night came through to hang out with us. He came to smoke us out with weed, and we were just chilling and stuff, right, playing video games. And then he's like, hey bro. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, you know about Craigslist, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you know the escorts? I'm like, yeah. And he's well, you want to call one up and see if she wants to come over? I was like, seriously? He's like, seriously? I'm like, right now? He's like, yeah. I'm like, heck yeah. Before I continue, I want to reiterate that I am, at this time, it's 2008, I'm 28 years old. And I was doing stuff that I shouldn't have been doing back when I was 28. Basically, I was a little punk. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the man I am today. And so with that, everything that goes from here until till now, you have to understand that it's not me now. It's the mentality and the way I lived a long time ago, well over 10 years ago. It's 2008. He tells me, he says, yeah. Well, he tells me, go ahead and call them up. See if you can find one that's willing to come over, and we'll have her come over. I'm like, all right, cool. So I stopped playing video games. I was like, hey, no time for video games, right? I go on Craigslist. I go to the escort part, and I start, going through girls. I'm like, oh, what about this one? He's like, no, not her. Then I said, oh, what about this one? He's like, no, not her either. I'm like, oh, what about this one? He's like, yeah, I'll call her. I'm all, call her? He's like, yeah, I'll call her, but ask her if she wants any weed. I was like, ask her if she wants any weed. He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh. I was like, oh my god, I've been doing this for over an hour, and this guy's over here like this. But I was like, since I did it for over an hour, I don't want to waste my time. So I called her, offer her, some weed for her services. She kind of giggled and she declined, and that was it that night. About a week later, I was at my boy's house again. His brother came again, and he again said, do I want to do it? I said, okay. I did it again, and this time it kind of had a different response. And so from there, I started to do that without him. So basically, I was online talking to women, trying to get sex from them without having to pay them any actual money. Okay, and if you look at the definition of a fuckboy, which I'm going to label as F-boy from here on out in this video, that's all an F-boy is. He's online, trying to hook up with a girl online, trying to get her to have sex with him without him having to pay any money. Because once you pay money, you're no longer F-boy, you're a trick. You're paying that. It's called a trick. F-boys don't pay, they get treated. So you're not a trick, you're a treat. Trick or treat, right? Anyways, so I was doing that, and I used the same thing. I used the weed because I found out that, to say, this is back when weed was still illegal. So to call them, and what they were doing was illegal. So to call them doing their illegal business, saying if they want some illegal substances, that showed I wasn't a cop, and that was very important. So I kept using, hey, you want to trade for weed? And then plus, sometimes they would say yeah, and then sometimes they, or every time before they would let me meet up with them, they would ask for a D-pic, which is a dick pic. And this is the only time since I've been online, going on date sites and stuff, this was the only time that a woman would ask me for a D-pic. Okay, and then she'd say, yeah, come through, smoke her out, bring an eighth that she could keep, and we have sex. I found out later on through the years talking to an escort that became a friend of mine. They wanted to see my size because as escorts, as long as you're paying for sex, it doesn't matter your size. And if you're paying for sex, chances are your size is small. So if they were going to not get paid for it, then they wanted to make sure they got full pleasure from it. So they asked to see pictures of my size. But then, like I said, this is 2008. So between 2009 and 2010, the Craigslist killing started. And so Craigslist was off the map. Craigslist was no more. So from there, I turned my attentions to date sites. And I was still just hooking up. And this is 2009, 2010, and I was still hooking up, but at the time, everybody was hooking up. At this point, it was like, meet someone online. I'm not going to do that. If I'm going to meet someone, it's going to be at the store, at the club, or, at the library, somewhere casual. So it's going to feel real. It's going to feel legit. And so if you were going on a date site, you were going on a date site to hook up. And so I transitioned over to date sites, but I had the mentality of the numbers game mentality. Right, and the numbers game mentality has to do with guys that aren't afraid to approach women at a club or at a store or the mall. They understand the numbers game. You have to get through the numbers. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up? Can I get your number? No. Hey, what's up? Can I get your number? No. Hey, what's up? Can I get your number? Yeah, cool. I got a number. Because all you need is one yes. And so you have to get through the numbers to find those ones. And so I transitioned that concept to online. So you see a girl, she's pretty. Hey, what's up, girl? You look good. You know what I mean? How's your weekend going? Are you doing anything tomorrow night? And let me know. This and that's going on. Cool. Copy. Send. Paste. Send. Paste. Send. Paste. Send. Ooh, I got a response back. Let me scroll back. Let me actually look at her profile. So that's what I was doing, and that's what was done. It was done for a long time. I had a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. This is also, I'm still in my hometown up in NorCal. Then I had health and other issues caused me to move online and meeting girls in person, but I wasn't going out no more. So it became me just meeting, girls online. And this is 2011. Now, I was still hooking up, but I was also looking for something serious and long term. And here it is, 2011, in 2011, 2012, and then I meet up with someone online. And she ends up, having my child, my baby, my daughter, my beautiful daughter. That was 2012, and then by 2013, I had full custody. And with full custody of my daughter, the games were done. I started definitely looking seriously. I got a few girlfriends, and all through the years, and then I left online dating altogether. A couple of relationships off and on, and then after my last one, she was real close with my daughter, so I didn't really. It took me a while to get back on, trying to date again, but then I did, and this is, so years later, this is my daughter was old enough, my last girlfriend, there was a nice space in between, so I got back online. And when I got back online, I noticed that the game changed a little bit. First of all, they were, the profiles of the girls were saying, oh, no F-boys, I'm tired of the fuck boys, and I didn't even know what that was. But it was kind of self-explanatory, so I was thinking to myself, "Oh my goodness, they have a definition for us. There's a title. Okay, so if there's a title for it, that means they see you coming. That means you can't, it's like a spotlight on you. Haha, got you. Get away from me. Like a rat, or a roach. You scurry away, right? So with that, being a fuckboy wasn't an option no more, as far as the way it used to be done, right? And that was one of the main changes. And another thing that was really changed, me. I changed. I was a father now, my daughter was coming of age, and I was definitely looking for long term. So my approach was a little different, my approach was in a way that I would want a guy to approach my daughter. Whether it was long term or something else, there's a way to approach, there's a finesse to it. That we're respecting her first of all, and so my approaches on when I would write my messages to girls was different. When I said on my profile was different. The main difference though was the women. They like I said, it'd say no F boys. I'm tired of this. I don't want that. I don't want this. And then as I was looking though, I started to realize that they weren't really long term or short term. They weren't really pointing at that. So I took it all in consideration, and I started setting up my profiles now. You can't be an F boy, and I'm a dad now, and they don't care about long-term or short-term relationships. And so I did my pics a certain way, and then I did my words. I put my wording, a certain way, and from there I got some interesting messages from girls. My first messages were very, very interesting. My first messages were like, "Are you real?" They'd be like, "I think so." Seriously, like, are you real? Like, yeah. And then, oh, okay, good. I wasn't sure what's up. I'm like, okay. But then one was like, she hit me up, "Thank you." And I was like, "Thank you." You're welcome for what? And she was like, "Thank you for your profile. It was just it was so nice to see someone, a nice guy out here, and so mature, and this and that. So thank you." I'm like, "All right, you're welcome." Since then, I've kept it up. I keep my profiles the same, respecting women and approaching them the way that I want a guy to approach my daughter in the far future. I have Tinder, I have Bumble, I have POF, and I have Badoo. They're all the same. I could show you all of them, but I'll just show you one. I'll show you Tinder. So this is what my Tinder looks like.
I've never been the same. I appreciate, man, no gongo fite, no couldn't that news way. Amen, 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 amen.
That was my Tinder profile, and I showed it for people not like you necessarily, but for people like me. For people like me, like when I go to the gym and someone starts giving me pointers, I look at them. I look at them and be like, let's see what they have, see how their body looks, and if their body doesn't look like something that they've been putting work on, then why am I going to take this person's advice? And so I'm showing you that so you can see that I know what I'm talking about. But there's haters out there, and haters going to be like, rather than, "Oh, wow, he knows what he's talking about, he can really help me out," they're going to be like, "Oh, look at that. Oh, he's trying to show off. Oh, so full of himself." Well, to that, all I could say is, to be a hater is a surefire sign of being emotionally immature. So that's what my Tinder looks like, based off of my profile being an emotionally mature profile. That's all it is. It's emotionally mature. And what I mean by that is my pics, if you look at my pics, it shows that I understand life, or at least I do what I can to get the most out of life. The girls, they like to see that. And then from there, my words. And my words are set up to a way that I understand. Now, I don't understand, but in a sense, I respect women, and they see that in my profile. And nowadays, that's what they want. That's what they're looking for. Are you looking for long term? Are you looking for something serious? Later for that. They need to see that you're emotionally mature, that you understand that how to respect women, before you know them. You don't have to get to know her to be nice to her, because then what if she says no, then you're going to be mean. Be yourself, be a gentleman, be respectful to women. That's what they want, and that's what I give. Fast forward, about a year and a half after I got back online, one of my close friends was like, with his girlfriend for 8 years, they broke up, and I was like, yeah, right. But then they were broken up for a good 4 months, and he's like, "No, we really broke up." I'm like, "Oh, wow. How's your dating going?" He said, "It's lousy." I said, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm not getting nothing. I'm not getting nothing." "Oh, so you're on date sites?" He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh yeah?" He's like, "Yeah, but I'm not getting no play." I'm like, "Oh, no. I don't, it's right now, it's so easy." So I said, he's all, "Well, you want to see it?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me see it." And he showed me his profile, and I said, "Okay." And I told him three pictures to put on his on his profile page, and then from there I saw what he wrote, and I had him rewrite it in a way that was commendable to him, but more presentable, as a whole. And then with that, less than a month later, he tells me he saw someone on there he was dating, and now they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and so he got a new girlfriend. And then after that is when I officially became date site guy. So when it comes to me as a date site guy, when it comes to me as a certified date site life coach, as of now, all of my consultation and advice is free. All of it. You can call me, you hit me up right now, and you talk about anything that's date site related, and I'll give you a response in full detail in a way that's going to help you out tremendously. No worries. Right now the date sites are just so overrun with guys on there that don't know what to do. I'll help you out for free. Don't even worry about it, bro. I got you. I mean, because it's not about the people on here no more. It's about the approach. And with that, if you look at my content, I have on my videos and my content from Dateside Guy and me as a life coach, I have over like a couple hours of content now, easy. And it's all stuff that I apply myself to get the results I get. If you want the results I get, you gotta, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. And they're all ways that respect women. Every aspect of it is to respect them first and foremost. So, and then for women, if you're someone that's been online, you had a bad experience on a site, hit me up, tell me about the experience. I'll tell you which what state site I recommend you to do. So I'm here for women and men. They're guys, they're the ones that really need the help. So I'm here for you guys for free. The only thing I pay for, or the only thing that you have to pay for ultimately, is a datecast video, if you want one of those, which will help you tremendously. With a datecast video, technically speaking, you don't even really need my advice, because it's all right there for the girl to see right then and there immediately. But what I charge for personally as a date site life coach is for an emotionally mature profile. So if you have a profile set up, you want me to look at it, look at your pictures, there's 3 pictures that need to be on it. Certain wording needs to be put, whether, it doesn't matter if, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're looking for something long term, it doesn't matter if you're looking for something short term, it's just the approach. And so, you want something short term, cool, hit me up, I'll show you how to put it to where it's presentable, to where you're not being a dog about it. Because girls are out here looking for the same thing, but they have to protect themselves. We're guys, we're pigs. It is what it is. So for an emotionally mature profile, I do charge. The charge depends on the customer. It go anywhere from $20 to more. So, and then you'd have to hit me up, and we'd go from there. So this is me. This is my origin, and I'll be seeing you.